It is because of this. Show me Jalen Hurts in playoff wins. It's because Joe Burrow's route to the Super Bowl did not look like this.
You had me in playoff wins. That's when I stopped listening.
We are going to attack this because this is this is one of those moments when Nick Wright just sets you up so beautifully. He's trying to use this as a way to bring down Jalen Hurts. Look at Jalen Hurts. These numbers are so bad, and they won. First off, right, let's take away his Super Bowl performance, his literal Super Bowl performance, something that Nick Wright uses against Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, all these other quarterbacks when they lose against the Kansas City Chiefs, how they don't play well, how Lamar can't step up, that it's not good enough, all this type of stuff. But we're going to remove the fact that Jalen Hurts has arguably played the best game ever against the Kansas City Chiefs, the dynasty of Patrick Mahomes. But no, let's not count that. Let's not use that because that goes against our narrative. Not to mention that Jalen Hurts literally statistically had one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Super Bowl performances of a quarterback in NFL history. Let's just ignore that. Let's ignore that just because it ended up in a loss because it was his fault that his defense gave up 35 points. Okay. Or 38, whatever it was. Okay, that's fine. You know what's really funny though? What the heck is this? Did Patrick Mahomes, this is his Super Bowl stats. He's got an 85 rating in Super Bowls. That's lower than Jalen Hurts. Touchdown to interception ratio, 7 and 5. 5 interceptions in 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts, 4-0. So in these playoff wins, he actually takes care of the ball. Patrick Mahomes, in his first Super Bowl, when he won, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 61.9% completion percentage, and a 78 rating. And yet, he played an unbelievable game, and because of this and that and that. Why doesn't Jalen Hurts get that then? Why doesn't Jalen Hurts get that credit then? I mean, it's kind of unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable. Like, what are we doing here? And again, it's conveniently, like, it's just kind of bonkers. It really is. This is really, we are just losing our minds at this point. We are losing our minds. This is just never ending. These Super Bowl box score stats are pedestrian. You can't compare a Super Bowl to the playoffs and blah, blah, blah. Really? Going up against Jimmy Garoppolo? Brock Purdy? Who Nick thinks is awful? Shouldn't even deserve a contract? Apparently Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. So 3 of Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl wins, all of his Super Bowl wins are against garbage quarterbacks. And don't say, oh, well, he beat other better quarterbacks. Nick does not think that Lamar Jackson can handle the moment. Nick does not think that Lamar Jackson is a good playoff quarterback. And he takes every 5 seconds to also pull down Josh Allen as well. So miss me with that nonsense. Miss me, well, he beat other quarterbacks in the AFC, in the playoffs. Really? Against Lamar Jackson? Who Nick constantly makes fun of for choking? How about the Cincinnati Bengals, who Nick constantly makes fun of as being an awful franchise? Which is accurate. So just stop. You can't have it both ways. And the Kansas City Chiefs and Mahomes fanboys are going to be like, oh, you just hate Mahomes. Mahomes won Super Bowls. I know that. You think I don't know that? Oh, Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl? He won multiple Super Bowls? Patrick Mahomes is really, really great and is a special quarterback? I didn't know that. Well, a really, really great special quarterback still has really, really bad stats? Oh, a really, really special quarterback won a Super Bowl by throwing under 62% completion percentage? 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions and a 78 rating? Oh, so playing great is more than just stats maybe? Oh, but we're only allowed to look at that when we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, but no other quarterback? Oh, okay, I got it. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know the rules of this nonsense game that we didn't know we were all playing. We are in some Squid Game nonsense right now. If you lose the game, you'll be eliminated. I mean, serious. I mean, this is just absurd now. Seriously, this is just absurd. I don't even know. Honestly. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, in one of those, you can see the one Super Bowl, 131 rating. Again, Patrick Mahomes played pretty well. He threw for 182 yards. Patrick Mahomes in that game threw for 182 yards. So he won a Super Bowl by throwing 182 yards. But for some reason, it's a really bad thing for Jalen Hurts to win Super Bowls, or excuse me, to win games or to play great and not throw for 280 yards. It's interesting. It's so fascinating how that works. And somehow having a touchdown and interception, 4-0, that's a bad thing to do that in wins. That's a bad thing. Patrick Mahomes throwing 5 interceptions in 4 Super Bowls is somehow a good thing. It's a good thing. Patrick Mahomes beat Jimmy Garoppolo. Why don't I ever hear any whispers about that? I don't understand. Why does no one ever talk about that? Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy, and I guess add Jalen Hurts to the list now. Just a quarterback that holds back his team. I guess if the Eagles had a better quarterback, they would have won. And I guess if that's true, then Patrick Mahomes got lucky. And I guess if that's true, if Patrick Mahomes keeps getting lucky checks, notes, he's not that great then. I don't make the rules up. I'm just trying my best to follow them. I don't make the rules. These aren't my rules. So if these are the rules that we want to play with, then Patrick Mahomes is not that special of a quarterback. That's just the reality. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you want to say. It just is really funny. I mean, seriously, when you think about it, Nick goes out of his way to constantly bash. I mean, they'll still bring up Jimmy Garoppolo. But we know trash Purdy, trash Garoppolo, trash Jalen Hurts. He beat 3 bad quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. That's funny, man. That is funny. And again, beating Lamar Jackson, who chokes in the playoffs. Beating Josh Allen, who makes mistakes, turns the ball over. Buffalo Bills, Sean McDermott, bad coach. It's just funny. It really is. It's funny. And then when he plays a really good quarterback, Tom Brady, he loses. And Nick said something the other day. He said that only once in the history of the playoffs has the clear best quarterback and coach lost to an inferior quarterback and coach. And that was Patrick Mahomes to Joe Burrow. Because Patrick Mahomes is clearly better than Joe Burrow, is what Nick said. That's what Nick said. Those were his words. Well, then if that's true, Tom Brady's clearly better than Patrick Mahomes. I don't make the rules. Those are the rules. Those are the rules that you created. Tom Brady is clearly better than Patrick Mahomes as an old man in his 40s. And don't say that Patrick Mahomes wasn't in his prime. Patrick Mahomes already won a Super Bowl, already won an MVP. So it wasn't like, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes was just a little boy. No, he wasn't. He was a Super Bowl winner. A Super Bowl winning MVP. A Super Bowl MVP. And he lost. Tom Brady's better than him. It's just what it is. Just is what it is. Is what it is. And I guess also Nick Foles is better than Tom Brady too. Nick Foles is the GOAT, baby. I know Philadelphia Eagles fans agree with that. Nick Foles. The GOAT. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Nick Foles being the GOAT? No, what do you all think about Jalen Hurts and just continued conversation about him? About him just holding back the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. Absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.